Yo, yo, yo. Time to get to the bottom of it. Time to get to the bottom of the truth. What do women want from men?
Soldier the military hit, man. Make a hit is a big bang.
Yeah. And I come for the trenches. Yeah, man, I come for the trenches. Yeah. Hold up, wait up, what's up? We up.
What do women want from men?
Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go.
For all the negative men in my comment section, you're broke. Okay, but here's the deal. It's your fault. Number 4, you have a small penis and your sex game is whack.
I know what she's doing.
Girl.
Apparently, Kendra G has had yet another insane rant, another crash out, specifically for the comments down up in her comment section. I can only assume that this is also meant for the commentators. Shout out to my brother, O'Shea Duke Jackson. He just covered this story on a Celebrity Junk channel. So I want to take a look at the content and diagnose. Let's get active on this one. Without further ado.
And Kendra G, I mean, you know, you have her content that you see that's on the dating show forum and all of that. But I came across one particular clip, and it was a clip in which she was making an address to some of the men in her comment section. Now, it is safe to say that Kendra G's show, the bulk of her opportunity and her money comes from Black people, the Black community. I mean, of course, you'll have your white people here coming there too, but it's not common, all right? So I want to basically play that clip, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Such a beautiful day in Chicago. But first, I have a PSA announcement for all the negative men in my comment section. Baby, do you realize how much you embarrass yourself? Let me tell you something. Happy men who got the woman of their dreams, they don't spend all day in my comment section hating on women. No, they thriving in life. So if you are negative and you're a male in my comment section, you fall into one of these 6 categories.
First off, is she going to create one of these for women? Because there's negative men in your comment section, but there's also negative women in your comment section. And what's interesting about that is that the comments are usually not gender divided, meaning that the men making a comment, you can find a woman making the exact same comment. And that's because they recognize the bullshit. But often what they'll do is that they'll take your criticism and just call you a hater, even though your criticisms can be ultra legitimate. Let's go.
Number 1, you're single and unhappy. Single men judging women for being single. Now that is some funny shit. Number 2, You got a girl, you're not single, but you don't really like her. You settle. So you wish a woman like me could be your girl. Baby, ain't never gonna happen.
It's interesting how often these women will leave.
She a bad bitch. I give her that. She a bad bitch. But, you know, to obtain a woman of that stature, of that magnitude, I'll be honest with you, you need a strong financial backing, right? Well over 500,000 in your account and another 15, 20,000 coming a month to deal with a woman like this. I'm telling you.
Relationships claiming that their ex was narcissistic, and then you see the behavior within their egos and how they talk about themselves. No, Kendra, most men are not waking up in the morning down into your comment section angry that they don't have a Kendra G. Age and lifestyle aside, what you have over most women is money in the bank account. But as we know, most masculine men don't care about any of that. But one thing that they do care about when they want to take you serious is your modesty. If you out dressed like a street urchin, which your areola is about to pop out, just understand where that actually relegates you to, which is the streets. Let's go.
Find happiness with the one you got, okay? Number 3, you're broke. Okay,
Oh.
but here's the deal, it's your fault.
Yo,
You
the
have
side
bad
language.
time management skills because
Okay.
why you online all day in women's comment sections you never gonna meet? Get out there and get some cash. Make something of yourself, okay? Number 4, you have a small penis and your sex game is whack.
I know what
You
she's
get a
doing.
girl, she cheats on you or leaves you. Now that don't got
Okay.
nothing to do with me. That's between you and God. Ask him to make you more well endowed in the next lifetime.
Look at-
Okay. Number 5, you're socially awkward. You don't know how to deal with women in real life. So you spend all day online engaging with them in arguments in the comment section. And number 6, you
Okay.
are sex deprived. You can't get none. So you're
Okay.
frustrated. And that frustration got you typing all online all damn day. So there you have it. Those are the 6 categories that the negative men fall into in my comment section. So as you respond, because I know you will, just make sure you write which number category you belong to. Back to my fabulous Chicago day.
So
Okay. Before O'Shea gets into this and breaks this down, what she's actually doing is she's rage baiting. Have numbers gotten low over there? I mean, I don't know. We keep on doing reactions to this dusty ass shit. Hopefully that would help. But numbers must be getting low. So she's saying all of this sign language in order to stir controversy between people that watch her content. But the mindset outside of that is something that we've always said is that she has a dating show to not only satiate her own pockets and have a safe space for a lot of the bullshit that women go through and experience within their lives. She don't care about men, will continue to be ultra biased up against them for ones that provide commentary or criticism to the things that they see on their platform. She will continue to challenge men who claim that they've been through some type of S assault or S abuse. I've done a video on that. She will continue to act like a man that is looking for a poly relationship is somehow crazy or he shouldn't be allowed to do that. I got content on my channel about that. And at the same junction, delusional, irrational, and weirdo women, clown women will call into the show and be screaming from the top of their lungs how they need a man to take advantage of into the future, treating him just like an ATM. I have a couple of videos that she's did like that on the channel, and she'll have riveting conversations with them, taking them seriously. So you kick off the men, but the women, it's okay. These are the women that will establish misogyny within your comments or reactions, but they don't even know that the word misandry even exists. So I say to you guys, if you recognize the strategy and that she's trying to rage and or clickbait, the biggest FU that you can ever give to a content creator is to just ignore them. But that's my quick 2 cents on it. Let's see the remainder.
as you can see, Kendra G said there are 6 types of men who come and leave comments negatively on her show or on her pages every day. And I want to talk about this. The first one is single and unhappy. Now, I believe in this instance, if you comment negatively about what Kendra G is saying, you're single and unhappy and don't nobody want you.
Yeah.
And so who are you to be a single person making fun of somebody else who is single? This is the first thing that she said. Secondarily, she says this: you have a girlfriend, but you don't like her. And you want, and literally she said this, you want Kendra G as your girlfriend, but no, you'll
It's
never
crazy.
be able to have her. Let me just stop you right there.
Nah, I'm good.
Again, I know that you got a new opportunity, you got some money now, and you got some weave, and you got a nice body, and you know you're well put together and everything like that. Okay, I can guarantee you, honey, there is no man in America that wakes up that's worth a hill of bean that says, you know, I wish that my girlfriend was Kendra G. I think if you believe that, I got a bridge I can sell you in a little while. Okay, respect. Like I said, you're definitely not a bad looking lady at all. You definitely got it popping. You definitely take care of yourself. I see you when I say that. But nobody is thinking about you. Nobody goes to Instagram, and when we're looking for booty clapping content, says, "Let me go check out what Kendra G." All right, this is something that's quite delusional, and I see a lot of women that have some level of inflated ego, and they tell themselves this. And of course, when she's saying this, she don't have any proof to back up any of these things. And of course, this is what I call Ife economics. I feel economics. So basically, whatever the hell you feel, it's something that you think exists and it don't. A lot of people tell themselves this, and we call them delusional. Okay, these are people who hear sounds that are not there. People who are running and nobody is chasing them. Okay. That's what you are. Like Shannon Sharp told Jim Jones. When Jim Jones said, "I'm better than Nas," what did Shannon Sharp say? He said, "Man, what are you smoking?" Right? That's the same thing I would ask her. What are you smoking and where can I buy some at? Okay? I need that. Number 3, you're broke. So because you see Kendra G bring on somebody that's not making sense, and you comment on that,
It's got
that
nothing to
makes
do
you
with
broke,
money.
right? Even though the majority of the people that she brings on are broke.
Yeah.
Like you bring on a substantial amount of people who are broke. Not by our own admission, but by their own admission. They're already down bad, according to them. Okay. You have a small penis,
and that's
and
the
your girl
thing
cheats on
too.
you.
Is
So
that
have you went and
hold
pulled
on.
down everybody?
That's the thing as well. Is that she's talking so ill about the potential customers within the dating app, which it lets you know that she really don't give a F about you, right? And the more men that see kind of this clap back, ratchet behavior, it devalues the brand. So then men of value and distinction would never call into the show because they're looking at the host and the way that she represents herself and the way that she talks to people and will decide otherwise. People always used to question, whether or not Kevin Samuels used, fake people, actors, actresses, and no, they were all real people. But it's because the words that he was using, the brand that he represented, right? Like Kevin would never get up on here and just start talking about all of the women that's down up in the comment section. Like this shit is dusty ass shit. This shit is low barometer ass shit. So no wonder that the conversations are often so ridiculous and low barometer. Let's go.
Everybody's pants to see what they Johnson was working with. I mean, what did you do? Did you pull it down? Let me smell it. Like, what did you do? I need to know. Did you go and look at everybody who's hating on you and pull? Like, this is why I used to get upset when women would say stuff like this until I realized that women that talk like this, they just don't know what they're talking about.
They don't know how the world works.
What you have to do is pray for them. Only God can help them. That is exactly why. At my age, when I hear this, I'm like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. I don't even get mad no more. I'm like, oh, okay, God bless her heart. Yeah, there's something wrong with her.
I'm here to just say we got to give the women their flowers. They are who they are. They're making their demands. And that's that. I don't think it's the most suitable way to cultivate a genuine relationship, but the men are going for it. I can't be mad at women if the men want to be treated like this. If men want their women to be educated, strong in a lot of areas, then who am I to speak against, a woman who says she doesn't want a broke man? Who am I to say anything about women who want the best of the best? I mean, I kind of have to agree. I want the best of the best in life, right? We all want the best. So I don't think a woman having her standards is a bad thing. The only person is bad for is the one who desires someone that they don't qualify for anyway. Because if you have confidence in yourself, right, wherever you at in life, you're going to move between the lines to where you're going to get who you qualify for. So it's okay for Kendra G to check men who in her DMs trying to get with her, and they're trying to get her for a discount. Listen, I can't say it better. I believe women are what men make them. We all those many thousand years that we gave them, lifestyles, and then the fathers taught their daughters they gave their daughters to the best man available, definitely a high income, right? No father wants their daughter to be with a broke guy, because in this world, economic success for a man is pretty much his value. If that man is broke, he's not considered a man. But if that man has great resources or minimal resources, he's considered successful, a successful man. So women are only going after the top dog. What they're saying is they want the top men. They don't want the bottom men. And if you're not the top guy, you got to get the fuck out the way. It's really that simple.
That's all I would say. Yeah, something is wrong with her. This is let me go somewhere else. That's all I'm gonna say. First of all, you can have a penis that is small or that is big or that is whatever.
It got nothing to do with the argument.
Still cheat on you. You can have all the stuff. Okay, somebody who's gonna cheat is going to cheat. It's not gonna matter that you have a big penis. That's one of the worst shaming tactics and one of the most untrue things on planet Earth. Okay, so why are you faithful to my husband? If you ask a woman, why are you faithful to your husband? Oh, okay, because he got a big penis. Well, how do you even know he got that until you start going on a date with him and liking him? That's when you find out. How many of us can just show up and be like, boop, hey, want to date me? No, they'll call the cops on your ass. Just go somewhere right now and just pull your thing out. And see what happens. Just go try it. You ain't gotta believe me. Go to anybody on a dating app or whatever and just boop, Facebook dating. See what happens. They will block your ass so fast and report you. You can't, this is why you need help, Kendra G. You need the Lord Jesus Christ in your life. You need to get in the choir stand, shut this stuff down and go and join the choir. She says you're socially awkward. Now, a lot of people can be socially awkward without.
I think, honestly, I don't know why they on Kendra G like this. She's been the same way for years. She has high standards for a man to be with her. Listen, the freedom which these women in their mind have established, they feel they have a right to have the best in life. And there's nothing wrong with that. If a woman wants the best cars money can buy, she has a right to that. If she wants a Louis Vuitton purse, she has a right to that. I don't think Kendra has been delusional. I think this is who she is. She wants what she wants, and she's not willing to back down. This is what a lot of men have taught their daughters to be. Socially independent. And if you're going to find a man, make sure he's better than you. And now that our sons are paying the price, we're on this type of video, we're saying, oh, Kendra G, what's wrong with her if she walk up to people? Dude, these women are the product of their homes. They're the product of their homes. They're the product of their environment.
Even commenting on your video. If they were socially awkward, it just could be the case, but that doesn't mean that they're socially awkward because they're commenting on Kendra G show. Okay? a lot of people were socially awkward before they met your show. And so because they're socially awkward, they may or may not comment. So we can't prove that. Then 6, you're surprised. Now, this may also be true, but it could also not be true. Now, I don't comment on your videos. I make videos usually about what y'all talking about and make money from it. And then you say that dudes who do that are the same way. Content creators who do that are lame. And I can tell you over here at Clapathon Tech, we clap. Okay? I can tell you that right now. At Clapathon Tech, in fact, you help me when I do reactions to your videos. That's helping me overbuild the Clapathon Tech library. Thank you. Now, let me just go ahead and talk about the one thing that she's not talking about. She's talking about the men that leave egregious comment. But I have some evidence today, black men. I want you to look at this video. I did a reaction to this video. There was a video where a lady came on that was 73 years old. This lady was 73 and booty clapping it up, okay? Not really, but she was trying. The name of the show was Brace Yourself Guest Update. She's 73 and doesn't want anyone her age. Things almost went left. This is her second time coming on the show. At a point, Kendra G encourages her, or she gets up there and starts twerking. Kendra G is laughing at her. This old lady, 73, who ain't had a husband in like 25 years, rude as hell, she starts twerking. This is what you're seeing in the background. I don't know if you want to call that a twerk or a back hurting or whatever, okay? So I said, let me look at what the women are saying on the page.
This is my point
what
exactly.
The women were saying was as equally as bad as what the men were saying. And this is every video you can see. Women roasting women. Let's look at it here. You have Bossy Buns. Shaking that back and bag of bones was so uncalled for. And
I've said this before on the platform. I will continue to maintain this. Women will tear down women way more and way often and with way more precision than a man. But again, she takes the opportunity to project her own singleness, her own trauma into the comments of just the men down up in the comment section. But she'll encourage this ratchet ass, dusty ass behavior with the women that call in. But again, the men that are voicing their concerns in regards to shit need not apply. Shaking that back and bag of bones was uncalled for.
There's a woman saying that. This by far was the worst comment. That's the woman. Look at her. You can tell that's a woman. Okay. Hold on. This person goes, I was thinking, because women are very detail oriented when they roasting you, when they talking about men. They talking about becoming of her. That is something a woman would say because she paid attention. Now that's her saying you're getting your ass roasted up, getting cooked. There's more. She reminds me of those older ladies that automatically hate people who are belated and flourishing in their youth. Backhanded compliments and will try to undermine anything you say or do. Oh, well, I wouldn't know that because I'm not a woman, but Tracy does. And that's another woman for your ass. Kendra, like really. Okay, you bring these people onto your show and they get thoroughly embarrassed because of the kind of platform that you run. You know that these people are going to be embarrassed by what they do, what you ask them, the Kendra cam, you know they're down bad, and people are watching you like we watch Netflix. It is a crash out, okay? And people come for the crash outs, and you created the environment for the crash outs. So if you don't want them to be crashed out, then don't do the live. But that's how you make your money. I have a dating show too. It is called the Pan-African Dating Show. Okay. All right. And we have eliminated that sort of roasting from our show when I go live. Okay. We don't even deal in stuff like that because we see how unfair it is and that people don't want to come on and just get embarrassed and cooked in the comment section. But
what's also interesting about this point, and shout out to O'Shea for creating the Pan-African Dating Show, but this is actually one of the major differences of the success of, let's say, Pop the Balloon Arlette, right? Pop the Balloon Arizona versus all of the other Pop the Balloons, I guess that predates the Arizona version, right? All the other ones, especially one that was created in Africa, I think it was Nams Mirage, I believe is her name. Like you could tell, like roasting is the major component of it. Acting crazy was a major component of it. Being ratchet was a major component of it. Versus when they began to take the format extremely seriously because there was an effort or an attempt there to actually bring people together as opposed to just having a show that provides people some degree of entertainment because the goals are different, the reach is different, the impressions are different, the brand sponsorships are different, everything is different. So shout out to O'Shea for recognizing the value of that difference.
You don't mind them roasting you. If they super chat you, you will even read it out while they're on the line. That's how nice you are. That's how much you care. So you need to really stop it with this hating black men thing and whatever when you're the curator of this experience, okay? and you can't prove nothing you're talking about, and don't nobody believe you. You really need to have several seats for real. Like you're down bad. You was looking thick though that day. I'm not gonna lie, Chicago. You was working with a lot.
Stop it,
You was
O'Shea.
working with a lot, and I can see why. In my honest opinion, why don't nobody want to deal with you for real like that for real? I can see why that's the case. Because look at what you talk about. Like, look at how you have come to that realization. Like, nobody who's serious could come to that pathway of thoughts in that manner, and you can say that's the kind of person you want to be in a relationship with. That's the kind of person you want to run from, actually. But guys,
all right. Shout out to O'Shea. That brother stays cooking over there. But this entire discussion, I guess, outside of all of her ridiculous ass comments or what is she doing in order to rage bait, let's forget all of that. But it actually makes me think, and you guys let me know what you think down in the comment box down below, is that like if you were to think about dating shows or access to dating shows,
hard-earned money and blowing it on females who, for one, are not even going to be grateful about you blowing your money on them. For two, are not even interested in you. And for three, are not even your woman. And so more and more situations are arising to where it is showcasing that being an actual fact, and women are big mad about it. Okay. Now, shout out to this channel by the name of Ty Boogie Podcast. I was recommended a video from him. And, with me having a previous dope discussion kind of talking about this, it piqued my interest. And boy, oh boy, when I clicked on this video and I watched it, I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe how many young men out there were like, yeah, I'm good. Even in that video, it was a clip that he inserted that talked about how men are not interested in going out as much as the women are anymore. And the man in the comments even said, I gotta pay to get in, pay for drinks, pay for food, gas, parking, and the girls don't even be single for real. And I have to get up in the morning. You can keep it. And so many men feel the same way. Like, why am I working so hard, busting my behind just to give my money away? No, I'll take my money, save my money. Hell, I can have a great time at home. And like I said, you all, a lot of the women are mad about this. Y'all like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And let's get into this, all right? Because let's just say the ladies that are a part of the nightlife scene are feeling the effects of men staying at home. Run the clip.
Least favorite people in the club are the motherfuckers who come in and they are decked out and be having 10K, 5K, whatever in their pocket, already paid $1,000 or maybe a couple thousand for the section, already spent $1,000, maybe a couple thousand in the club. And then when you ask them to tip their waitress, they get a little shaking in their boots. They get a little weird. And I'm just sitting there like, I already clocked your pockets. Like, normally I believe in staying out of people's pockets, but when you come into my work where I'm trying to make money and I make money off of you tipping me, oh, babes, I already done clocked your pockets tenfold. I done clocked your pockets a couple times. I done clocked every piece of jewelry on you. I done clocked your pockets. I already mentally in my head am calculating your monthly expenses, okay? You come in and you physically have the money, but the mentality is broke. I'm a little confused.
You're gonna call guys broke, but they spending thousands in the club. Giving you a tip is optional. And let's be honest, a lot of the nightlife customer service is not all that impressive.
Oh! Now, Ty, you did not have to go off on her like that, but it's big facts. A lot of women, just to be completely honest with you all, they feel entitled to compensation just for being in your presence. And don't let her be semi-attractive. Now she's really entitled. And she can give you the bare minimum treatment. Like I said earlier, a lot of these women are not even interested in these guys. Yet it's like, where's the dollars at? And again, like Ty just said, how is it that you're out here calling somebody broke when clearly you're relying on his generosity to fund you and your lifestyle, to help pay your bills? And for crying out loud, she just went down a whole list of these expenses that these men are cashing out on. You know, he spent a few racks on that. He cashed out on this. He dropped a bag on that. Well, clearly these men are not broke, ladies. They're just not trying to go broke on you. And that is the real issue. That is why a lot of the women are big mad. It's like, damn, I can clearly see that these men are prosperous. Okay, I can see these men have a lot to offer. These men have a lot going on. So why aren't they sharing with me? Well, maybe because this is what they are experiencing. Real whack. Okay, it says point of view. Your section spent over $1,000 for a section, and your bottle girls and hosts gave nothing. Look at this.
I'm at the age, if there is a cover charge to get into your establishment, it just ain't for me. It just ain't for me. You cutting into my liquor. I saw something on Facebook where somebody said, if you're out with me and you say, I'm not paying $100 to get into this club, you're not going out with me no more. Listen, we're not going out because I'm not paying no $100 to get into nowhere.
And that's how a lot of men feel. And can we highlight this as y'all get the likes on for me? Let's highlight how a lot of the brothers out there don't give a damn. Gone are the days to where y'all can shame these men into cashing out on you, into going broke and splurging. It's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I won't be hanging with you then. Deuces. Because I'm not getting ready to spend all my money that I could be spending on a drink just because you want to be a part of some kind of aesthetically pleasing scenery. Please, I'll go to the crib. But let's continue. Before we continue, though, I would like for the guys in the chat to put a 2 if y'all are agreeing with what these men are saying so far. You know, are y'all feeling like it's not worth it? Are y'all feeling like, you know, you would rather take your money and just kind of cash out on yourself at home versus going to the club and spending all your damn check on pretty much nothing? All right, put a 2 if you agree with what's being said. Put a 1 if it's like, nah, it's giving broke. These men are a joke. It's nothing to a boss. I got it. All right, y'all let me know. But let's continue.
A club? To stand around and drink something? I can do that at the crib. Now, there are times where I'm like, hey, a smooth little 10, maybe a little 15, a little 20. Hey, you know, maybe I might come up off that. But 100? Nah, you got me fucked up. There's no way I'm paying that. There's no way I'm going to justify that to myself to pay $100 to get into anywhere. Ain't no way, baby. It's not for me. And I'm not criticizing nobody that will. That's your money. And this is mine. You can spend 100. I'm going to go spend $100 on some food and liquor and take to the crib and have a ball.
Listen, man.
And a lot of guys feel just like how that guy felt. You know, it's like, please, I have better things that I could do with $100 versus just paying that on an entry fee. You got me effed up, just like how he said. But let's continue.
I've experienced parking being from anywhere from $15 to $30. Entry, maybe $40 to about $60. And again, I live in Atlanta. And for one single shot, could easily go from anywhere from $15 to $25, depending on what you're drinking. So you're already close to spending $100 before the fun has even started. Then, if you're like me, I have plantar fasciitis. I can't stand up all night. I have to sit down. Of course, there's no seats at the bar. Why? Because they want you to buy a section. So you stop one of the waitresses and you say, excuse me, ma'am. I would love to sit down. You know, how much does it cost to sit on that IKEA couch that y'all have in the back? If you want to sit right there, you got to pay for a bottle, which is $250 per bottle at the minimum. $250 a bottle. How big are these goddamn bottles? How long am I going to be lit for? Am I going to be lit tomorrow too? Am I going to be able to go home with this bottle and get lit with my people at home is what I'm saying. Oh, no, you can't leave with a bottle. You have to drink here. And the type of bottle you can get for $250 is something like a Crown Royal, Casamigos. But if you want something that's not going to give you a headache tomorrow, well, you're going to have to spend like $400. And oh, it looks like you have up to, looks like 6 people with you. That's a 2-bottle minimum. So now you add a $500 minimum just to sit down.
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Wait. Is this really what the nightlife is looking like today? Seriously, I need to know. Because I don't go out, you know, it's every 10 blue moons. I may pop out with my cousins and I hate it. Okay, I don't like all the smoke. I don't like drunk people because I don't drink. So it's really pointless for me to go out. I don't drink, I don't smoke. People just be in your face. I don't like all of that. Especially as a married woman, I just be irritated. But y'all let me know, is it really tallying up to be this expensive to go out for a night out of town? A bottle is $200. Are y'all kidding me? And like the guy in the previous clip said, he said, look, this is my money. All right. And I'm going to do what I want to do with my money. You do what you want to do with your money. I'm not judging you, but me over here, nah, that's not something that's wise and intelligent for me to do. That's not something that's feasible for my pockets. Okay. But maybe, you know, we're just out of touch. Maybe we just broke, you know, maybe we just a part of the dusty crowd, to where it's like, oh, y'all ain't got $200 for a bottle. Y'all ain't got $400. Brokey. I'm brokey. Maybe we some brokies. I don't know. Y'all let me know though. Okay. Put a, let's say 3 in the chat if this is what you do when you go out. To where, yeah, it usually is going to run you this amount. And yeah, we pay that. Put a 4 in the chat if it's like, yeah, that's how much it costs. And that's why I stay my ass at home. Y'all let me know. I'm trying to see something. Okay. I'm trying to see something. But I don't feel like this is financially responsible. Also, I want to say, damn, I may be in the wrong business. Shoot. I need to open me up a club. You know what I mean? We ain't got ballet. All right. I got a high schooler that I pay minimum wage to point you in the direction of, you know, empty parking spots, you know, but I'm gonna charge you $50 for that. Yeah. And hurry up because he got to go to school in the morning. So let's not take too long on the 50. You know what I'm saying? But I can't believe this. You can't even sit down at the club. You cannot sit down at the club. Like you really got to buy a section. That's crazy. Anyway, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. I'm a whole woman, and I'm done with the damn nightlife off of this clip alone. And it's worse for the men because, let's be honest, the men are the ones who are expected to cash out. But let's continue.
And once again, the fun hasn't even started. So I'm charged to park, I'm charged to get in, I'm charged for my shots, and I'm charged to sit down. All the while, you are 10xing the price of these bottles. I can easily get a Crown Royal bottle for $20 at the store.
You ain't lying. Look, we can pack this right on up. Like Ty said, pack it right on up. We can go to 7-Eleven, call it a night. All right? That's exactly the living room. The living room. We already pay too damn much for mortgage and rent and lights and gas and shit. Yeah. The house. Club home. Absolutely. Club apartment. Club house. Yeah. Club kitchen. We ain't got time for this. I had no idea that this was what was happening outside. Things like this make me so grateful that I am a happily married, settled down woman. Because I just couldn't do this. And a lot of the ladies out there, they are trying to have some kind of male interaction when they do go out, you know? So they're getting all cute and dolled up and smelling good, feeling good, all to go to the club and there's no men in sight because the price too damn high. All right. And it ain't even worth it. And I feel as though if a lot of the men were out there at least getting a good bang for their buck, they would be more open-minded about going out, splurging a little bit. But who wants to spend all of their money on bare minimum, on entitled females with nasty attitudes, musty, you know, lace front lifting? Who wants that? Botch BBL, like it really ain't worth it. And then on top of that, she's not even going to give you any real bang for your buck. So
date the nice guy. Do you hear me? Date the nice guy. Date the nice guy. Leave them toxic men alone. And let me tell you why. I started dating this guy back in 2023. Met him while I was out minding my business. Was not looking for anybody. just having a good time with my girls, met him. Fast forward, we started dating, going out. He was planning dates. When I tell you every week, I was somewhere at least twice a week. Anybody know me on my homebody. But I was living for it. I was glad like I had a man that was stepping up, doing stuff, wasn't asking me where you want to go, what restaurant you like just making plans. Love that. 3 months into the dating, he actually ended up buying me this ring and asking me to be his girlfriend. Of course I said yes at the time. I was so excited. I was like, yes. I even told my best friend, told my sister, mama, everybody. I was so excited.
So everything is going well, but if y'all know women like I know women, y'all will know that that cannot be the end of it. So let's continue.
But shortly after, I was like, argue, blah, blah, blah. It's just too perfect. It's just too much. Too perfect, too perfect. I don't like it. That was a toxic in me that I needed to work on. So I actually ended up cutting things off with him. Fast forward, I started dating other people, going out. And I shortly realized like there was nothing out there for me. The guys I was dating were the same old guys. The same typical guys didn't want to open the door for you. Want to go 50-50 with you on everything. Just guys that did not know how to love or even receive love. And I was over it. I was like, I'm not going for it. I don't want to do it no more.
So just like a lot of other women out there, they have something good, they go chasing something better, and they end up with something worse.
So towards the end of 2024, I was out at a brunch with my friends, and I actually ended up seeing him there. And we ended up talking, reconnecting, chit-chatting, etc. You know, just having a good time. Not thinking too much of it. Really didn't pursue anything after that, him or me. We kind of would talk here and there, but nothing serious. Fast forward a couple months, or like I'm gonna say maybe like 2 months after that, I ended up hitting him up because I was sick, and me and my oldest son was sick.
I just want to say, I think it's crazy that this woman had multiple children. This man came along, this good man came along, was treating her well, was willing to accept her and her kids, and she still dumped him for no reason. Bananas.
And I had asked him, I said, hey, do you mind getting us something to eat? Me and the kids, and getting us some medicine. Do you mind? And he was like, no, not at all. I was like, I'll send you the money. He was like, okay, cool. So he goes, gets us what we want, gets us medicine, brings it back. I was like, hey, how much it was? He was like, don't worry about it. Or I don't remember, something like that. And I was like, okay, I see where we're going with this. I see what you're doing. But thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You women are hilarious because all of us men out here, we know that was a test. And as soon as he would have accepted the money from you, you would have made a TikTok about how this man actually took the money from you. And that's an ick. And you can no longer date him anymore. We know how that would have played out.
So fast forward, next day he ended up texting me, and he was like, hey, how are you feeling? How your son feeling? And I was like, well, I'm still not feeling good. He's not feeling good. And he was like, well, I can bring you some vapor rub for your chest. And I was like, no, you don't have to. And he was like, no, I want to. I don't mind bringing it. I'm going to be out. I don't mind. So he brings the vapor rub. When he comes, he gives me a hug. And I'm like, oh, you smell good. Like, if you know, you know. I love a man that smells good. But he ended up hugging me. He smells good. And I'm like, oh my God, you smell so good. And he was like, what if I put the smell on a bear? I left this part out. So he's in the military. So he was actually leaving probably like a week or so after that to get stationed somewhere else. And I was like, yeah, that'd be nice, but not thinking too much of it. Because again, we had literally just really started talking. It wasn't even nothing serious or anything. And he texts me later on that day after he leaves. I go lay down. He texts me, he's like, can I drop something by your house? Or can I bring something by or something like that? And I was like, yeah, sure. Not even thinking. He shows up with this bear. It actually still smells like him. He sprayed his cologne all over this bear, and it still smells like him. Right now, still smells like him. And it's been over, I'm gonna say a month or so since he's actually left, or so, and it still smells like him. It smells.
So it's clear that we really don't know what women want from men. We really don't. You could do everything and lose your woman, and you could do nothing and lose your woman. There is no formula. for this unstable type person, right? There is no formula. The happy wife, happy life doesn't work. And the, being stoic, being the leader doesn't work. At the end of the day, you just can't make these women happy. And I would suggest to any men, the evolution of this dating market is you got to have self-happiness. The days of being, generous and being, a nice guy or being chill is over. You got to put yourself first. Woman wants to give you the time of day, you only have to take her for what you want out of it, and then you got to keep moving. You can't. Taking the responsibility of a woman right now will be very stressful. Women will stress you out because the only thing about women, they're never happy. They're never satisfied. And you see in this video, she got rid of the nice guy to get the hip guy, and the hip guy wasn't good enough for her. Now she want to go back to the nice guy. Then she do this. She repeat this over and over again. Women, they don't have no true plan, true structure. They just go what they feel. Their feelings and emotions rule them. And this is where the wins and losses come in. What are you willing to lose and what are you willing to win? If you put yourself first, you will always win. You put them first, now you're accepting losses. A woman is a bill, not a luxury. So I'm going to end this stream. Thank you for watching. Until next time.